Good afternoon, my friends. How are you? I want to come on here to just talk to you about our diet and about some topics that I'm going to be hosting with you all. It's going to be coming up here for the next 3 months. I have my topics outlined because I have to develop my lists to make them bigger, to make them more. And so I'm going to be including my own topics in those lists, a couple of videos here and there, and then I'm going to be updating them with current stuff. So the topics that I'm going to deal with, because I am studying the Bible, it's going to be God. I'm going to have about 3 or 4 topics. One is going to be called glory, and that will be in about 2 video segments. The other one will be called recognize the spirits, different types of spirits. If you're a God-filled, you can discern the spirits. So we're going to look that up in the Bible. And the third one will be called prayer and communicating with the Father. That will probably be 2 videos. And the last thing with the Bible is we're just going to go back to Judges and read from Judges all the way to the New Testament. Now, New Testament reading I did last year, and that's in my list. But I'm going to unpack them by grouping all of Matthew together, all of Mark, and all of Matthew, Mark, and John. And what else is there? Luke. Each one that I have read the Bible, I'm going to put them in different lists, and you'll see all of Matthew, all of Mark, all of John, and all of Luke. They will be all in one combined list. So they're not so like boom down, straight down. You got to go through this one, go through that one. You got to go through to find the number. But if they're in just a segment of lists, you can open the list and say, okay, these is all of these. These is all of these. I can listen to her read these. But some people can't really read and they just listen. Okay. So I'm going to be doing the list that I have, combining them, making them organized. And then we're going to read from Judges to the New Testament. And for each one that we read, like for Judges, I'll have all of Judges. Then I'll have all of Zechariah and all of this and all of that. And then when I get to New Testament, I'm done because I've already done the New Testament list. But I'm still going to read the Bible, but I'm not going to read to just read the Bible, So the next thing we're going to be unpacking is called organizing your home in the next 3 months. I have very little information about that. So I'm going to be finding interesting information to give you. And then I'm going to be doing some organizing here, just little things like winterizing, organizing the kitchen, the bathroom, things like that. And I'll have some DIY lists on that. I'm also going to be coming to you with fasting and strength training, strengthening our muscles. We're already fasting twice a month, and it's a lengthy fast. It's going to be smaller as we go forward. It's going to get down to smaller in size. Like instead of 10 days, we'll do 5 days here or 5 days there. Try to increase our eating. Now, the fourth list. Well, it's really the fifth. It's the fourth list. It's just that the first one, God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit, it has a lot of topics. But the fourth list here that I'm going to be dealing with within the next 3 months is called Home Stock Up. It's going to be called Stocking Up for an Emergency. And with this list, I'm going to be going out to various hardwares and places where they sell camping equipment. Like if you have to go outdoors, what could you use? But you're going to use it in your home. Safe to cook on the inside if your stove was off, if your lights was off. Knowing what to get, like toilet paper, wipes, things like that. Different little medicines for your tummy or you get a headache, things like that. So we got 4 lists here within the next 3 to 4 months. God, organize the house, fasting and strength training, and home stock up if an emergency happens. That's the 4th list. And then I'm going to do what I consider to be a very good home stock of essentials that every family should have. Things like toilet paper, um, having extra bottled water on hand, safety for the home. How can you cover your windows if there's an emergency and you need to be covered up in here? What can you get to protect yourself if you're alone, or if it's just you and some other person? What kind of protective things you can get? I'm just gonna be doing some little basic stuff, lights like candles, lights, what they call the lights that's solar lights. Finding that in different stores. Who has that? Who carry that? And what can we get? So I'll be doing that, but it's not going to be right away. The first list I'm going to deal with is doing this two video on glory. What is glory? What is the glory of God? What is being in His glory? All of these things, worship and things like that. And organize your home. I'm going to be doing God and organize your home, and then going into the second to third month, we'll be doing fasting anyway. Fasting is just combined within it. But home stock up is going to be like the end going into the third month. So August, September, and October, these are the 4 topics we're going to deal with here. Just want to let you know, laying a foundation. Now, the next thing I want to discuss with you is our health and our weight loss routine. Now, we've been doing really well. I myself have lost like 10 or 15 pounds. I've lost a couple of pounds here and there. 12, gained a couple back. 10, gained a couple back. So this is what I want to discuss with you guys. It's going to be more strict. We're only going to be allowed here. You can follow me, or you can do different if you want to do different. You can eat. I already gave you the percentages of you're going to need mostly meat, and then you need a 50 and 20 and 30% of you need your carbs and your fat. No, a 10% fat and about a 30% carb. Very small amount. And no, it's opposite. It's a big amount of fat and a small amount of carb. We don't want to do too many carbs. And then we want to do a huge amount of protein. So I'm going to be doing some lists of what we can eat. If you don't want to do that much protein, then you do more carb and then 30% meat, and the smallest 15 to 10% fat. You can do it like that. But make your percentages so that whatever you got on one side, you have on the other 2 things that equal out to 100%. Okay, of what you're eating. So I'm going to show you if my pen is going to work today. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Say, for instance, you got 60%, about 60% of protein in your diet. You still have this 40 over here. You're going to do 30% of fat because you want to get the fat in for your hormones. And then you're going to do a 10% of carb. Or you can switch this around and do a 30% of carb and a 10% of fat, however you want. You got your protein over here because you need protein. Protein is the building blocks of your muscles, your brain, all of your tissue. Fat is for your hormones and your eyes. You want to keep the oils in, the good healthy oils for the dryness of your eyes, areas that need oiling, and your tummy. You want to keep things oiled down on the inside because it's healthy for you. Now, the carbs is for energy because we are going to be doing strength training and we're going to be picking up the pace. I'm going to try to get up to 3 days a week if I can because I'm a little bit busy here and there. But it don't take long to do 15 or 20 minutes of strength training because now I'm coming down to the end of my weight loss because I want to be down to size by December. Now, we're already here. Finna be August. That's August, September, October, November. I got 5 months. Not that I'm really up against it, because if I have to go longer, I'll go 5 more months. I'll just keep doing it until I get to my weight. But we have to stay focused right now, because this is the end of the year. And I said 12 months I want to be down by the end of the year. So we have August, September, October, November, December. I have 5 months. So now I want to talk to you about getting a little bit more stricter with this, a little bit more strict. What I'm saying is, eating foods that are heavy laden with chemicals and preservatives is going to slow down the weight loss, going to slow it down. And then eating the added sugars in the breads. So this is what I am going to do. You can do it if you want to, it's up to you. Starting August 1, I'm not going to be cooking that much because I got these other lists to work on. I'm going to start back doing my cooking in November. November, December, and January. You will see me come on and do some cooking recipes for you going on throughout the winter months, because I can do more soup, more stock, more baking, more heavier meats, braising and stuff like that. And besides, I have to get my pots and pans. I got to get more dishes and things in the kitchen. So my stuff is disorganized. That's what I want to do. Organize your home, get the tall racks to stack up and organize with. Get somewhere to put these items that you're storing away in case of an emergency. So that's what we're gonna be working on. Um, yeah, we're gonna do more cooking starting November 1. November, December, January. Those 3 months, all cooking. All mostly cooking. Because I will be done with these other lists. Now, my routine is gonna be the 3 days a week working out, strength training. I'm gonna get that in 3 days a week. I'm gonna do a 10-day fast coming up here the middle of August, 10 days. In September, I'm going to do a 10-day and a 5-day, because I don't want to do 15 days completely together, because you need somewhere in there to put some nutrients back into the body because you drained everything out. Now, you can lose weight just by fasting. You don't really have to do exercise with it if you don't want to. Fasting by itself, if you do it right, and if you're not cheating and doing little slip ups here and there, it can help you. It can benefit you to get the weight off. Just fasting alone. You don't even have to do a workout. If you feel like, well, if I'm going to fast for 5 days or 10 days, I don't want to exercise, because sometimes people feel like they're going to fall into eating because your cells want energy when you exercise. But when I start doing these 3 days of exercise, especially if it's during a fasting week, where I'm not eating anything, like coming up to 10 days in the middle of August, I'm going to have this is what I'm going to keep in my refrigerator. Coconut water with the pulp. It's not eating, but it is very carby because it has the pulp in the coconut water. Now, this is very good for your stomach and your eyes. Coconut is healthy for you. Eating coconut oil, eating olive oil, eating butter. So keep you some coconut water. It's nutrient dense because it's got the fresh coconut pieces inside of the water. This is good for your skin and good for your beauty. So when I shop, the second time I shop in August, I'm going to be getting me some of these. Sometimes I don't like them when I drink it. I'm drinking coconut chips, but it's very good for you. And this right here is 100 calories per can. Say, so for instance, I'm fasting. I could only have one whole can of this the whole day. And then I could drink my regular water. My regular water with a little lemon in it, or just regular plain water. But this is 100 calories. If I give myself 100 calories on a fast, I do that. If I wanted to have a whole one of these, this would give me the strength and the nutrients. It's nutrient dense to make my fast. And it's water. It's just that it has the carb in it. It's almost like sort of like eating a little bit. But they do have coconut water that don't have any chips in it. And so I might look for that, because I don't want to be eating coconut pieces on a fast. It might give you some temptation, but not me. I'm be, I'm a soldier. So back to what I'm saying. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to eat organic whole foods. I've been watching on one of my video segments. I have another channel that I'm going to be doing, but it's not going to be about anything except it's devoted to people with disabilities and disparities like mental illnesses and people that can't do for themselves. It's devoted to stuff like that. I was going to try to start me a podcast and talk to people that were ill, people that were going through various things, and how to hear their story of how did they get better, if they got better, or where are they now in their healing process. So I'm going to be doing a podcast um, on my other channel, but I don't know when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen because it costs money to do that. You have to buy the speakers and the mic, and you have to be able to set up some lighting, and then you have to be able to get guests to either come on uh, their video and talk to you from their home, or either come wherever you having it at and talk to you. You can rent out space if you want to, or you can go in the library, just a public library, and they'll let you rent a whole room to talk to people in there and invite your guests. Say, come over here. I want you to be on my podcast. You don't have to do it in your home. So anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I don't know if even I'll be able to. It'll probably be the first of the year around tax season because I don't have enough subscribers to get paid. So I'm getting close, but it has to do with the hours and the time that a person looks at the video. So I have to do something to make the videos a little bit more interesting. But that's all my stuff. Um, I don't want to get off topic because I tend to go off topic. What we want to do is with our 60, 30, 10, or however you divide it up, it's going to equal up to 100 of what you're eating. I'm not going to be cooking, but as I grocery shop, I'm going to show you my grocery list because I do have a list that called grocery overhaul, just showing you what I was getting when I was buying all meats or when I was buying this or doing that. The reason I'm switching it up is because my doctor told me not to eat all meats. I'm listening to my doctor. He says that, I do believe in Dr. Berry, and I do know that eating that way can help you if you are really severely overweight and you just don't want to eat no carbs. You just want to go strictly protein just to get your weight down, because protein to keep you full so you can go without eating, and that's fasting in itself, because you can go longer between meals, and anytime you can go a long time without eating, that's considered a fast. And so that's what protein does for you. It allows you to go without the eating. So that's why I'm going to try to have more meat in my meals, but I am going to have carb and fat. I'm going to have the carb because I need the energy for the workout. I need the fat for my hormones, and I need the protein for the building blocks of my hair. I'm trying to grow some hair. I'm trying to grow some nails, some pretty teeth. You need protein. So I want everything in there that does what it does. I don't want to just depend on protein alone, because then I don't have the energy to do extra stuff. I don't have. And then you eat the protein with the fat. Okay? So this is how it's going to go. I'm going to eat all organic. I'm going to eat all organic. I'm going to buy my vegetables from the produce department, nothing in a bag. I don't want that little thing in there they put in there to make it last long, that little square little piece of thing with something in it, some chemicals or some little salts in it or whatever they put in them things. Or they put this in here to make it last longer. They put that in a box of shoes when you buy it too. Don't put that in my food. So I want to go and get my stuff fresh salad greens, where the greens sitting out, you can see them. They're like they just picked them out of the garden. I want my food fresh. I want to eat all vegetables, any kind of fruits, but mostly berries and citrus, because I'm trying to reduce sugar. So you're not going to see me come in with a bunch of bananas and stuff like that. If I come in with some bananas, I'm constipated. I don't need the bananas. Bananas has a lot of sugar in it. So I'm going to be eating berries, citrus, coconut, if I can get my hand on some fresh coconut, if I can get my hand on some pineapple or some mango, I like that. I'm not going to eat a lot of watermelon. It has a lot of sugar in it, a lot of sweetness in it. I will eat me some grapes sometime, some pomegranate if I can get it. Uh, Pears and apples are okay. I'm not going to eat them all the time, but eat your fruit. Eat what you can grab with your hand, wash it off, and eat it. An apple or some grapes or something. Some fresh uh, greens or fresh cabbage, celery, things that are fresh that you can just get and wash it off and eat it. Because I'm not going to be cooking. I'm going to be cooking August. I'm going to try not to cook much in September. In September, it started getting cool. So I'm going to start making a little bit of soups in my crock pot. Just little soups here and there because I like soups. October, I'll still be making a little soup sometime, some bone broth or something like that. But I'm mostly going to be eating fresh fruits, vegetables. I am going to be eating meats. But I'm going to use my air cooker to cook my meats in my air fryer. I'm also going to try, if I'm able to, work some extra hours or something. I'm going to try to get me a rotisserie oven. I want a barbecue grill, but I don't want a barbecue grill. I want a rotisserie. While you go into the chicken place and you see that whole chicken, turn it around and get it brown and the juice falling down off of there, and you looking at it like, oh, when that's going to be ready. That's what I want. I'm going to put my meat in the skewer, season it up, and let it just turn. And then as it's almost done, throw some butter in on it and let it come out kind of crunchy and juicy. That's what I want. I don't want to be standing over the stove. So I want me a rotisserie. I really want me another air fryer. My air fryer is getting kind of crunchy on the inside. I want me another air fryer, bigger if I can get it. I want me a rotisserie oven. Um, what else? That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna show you guys every time I'm going to the store, because I'm only gonna go to the store probably twice during the month. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna buy, because I want to show you my eating list, my preparatory meal plan. I'm going to make a meal plan and say, okay, this is what we're going to be eating. And I do have a male in the house, so you can see what percentages I'm giving him and what I'm giving myself. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of cooking. So we're going to be eating a lot of cold foods. But sometimes I will do air fryer because I got the air fryer in there. But in November, I'm going to be back on the stove. November, December, and January, I'll be back on the stove. Because it'll be winter, it'll be cold, probably snowing and everything else. So you tend to want to eat a little bit heartier when it get cold out. All right, so that's the end of this video, 23 minutes. I'm going to do some Bible study, but because I'm trying to finish the book of Revelation, so I might do some more Revelation reading tonight. Other than that, I'll talk to you later. If you have anything to say, you want to make a comment, you can. But, another thing with this organic eating, meat, fruits, vegetables, that's it. Water. You can get waters like coconut water. You can get mineral water. If you get a flavored water, make sure it's natural fruit in it and no added sugars. We're not eating anything with sugar in it. For this couple of 5 months, I'm almost out of coffee. I got my Maxwell House in there. When I said to myself, it's going to be tough because I'm a coffee drinker. Now, I'm not saying the whole 5 months, probably November, December like that. When it get really cold, I'm going to have to go back on it. When it get like real cold and it starts snowing, I'm going back on my coffee. But October, September and October, right now, these couple of 3 months, I'm going to get off. The reason I don't want to drink it is because I put the creamer in it, and I get the creamer, just got the sweetener in it. And it's chemicals and things in there. I like the heavy whipping creamer, but I feel like I'm missing something because I like a flavored coffee, So I do have some pumpkin spice in there that somebody gave me, but I'll be putting that in his coffee. I still, when I got a little coffee in there, though. I had a little coffee. When that coffee run out that I have in that jar, it's about this much. When that coffee run out, I'm not buying no more coffee. Not until probably December or something. because I want to see if the weight will come off if I stop drinking that coffee, putting them creams and things in them, that sweet creamer. It would be okay if I was just doing a heavy whipping creamer and the butter, but I don't do that. I really want the flavor. I want what I want. So I'm just gonna eat lemonade. I'm going cold turkey without it. And I want to see if I get more sleep, because it's so important when you're doing weight loss to get your sleep. You have to get your sleep, because you're moving, you're trying to do more movement around the house, cleaning up, moving around the house, doing what you can, keeping your body going, doing exercises, fasting. So you must. And then you working sometime too. You must get your sleep. When you renew your cells, your body shrinks on its own. When you renew your cells by just resting, take you a nice cool shower, not no hot shower, cool shower. So the body is almost shivering. Get the water as cold as you can. That help you lose weight. So you in the shower, don't get it cold that you can't stand it, but get a cool water and take your shower, and you get out of there, you just like this, almost shivering, because you just chilly. And then put your clothes on and go to bed. You're going to sleep like a baby, because you're going to get up under that cover to warm the body, and there's no heat on. Yes, no heat. So it's really hot. So that cool shower will probably cool you off. But as it get colder and you do that, it's going to be a trick to it. You're going to have to, let me hurry up, but it help you lose a little bit of weight. It may help you lose a pound or two, just shivering like that. Not cold water, but as cold as you can get it. Take a cool shower. So we're going to eat organically, fruits, vegetables, meats, not meats from the frozen section, fresh meats that you season yourself with your little salt and pepper and put it in your cooker, your air fryer, or in your oven or whatever. Okay. No coffee. If you have coffee, drink it out. When it run out, no coffee. Get you some tea. Get you some tea bags. They got all plethora. They got all kind of different tea bags, because you're going to need them anyway, because we're going to be fasting. You're going to be adding things into your fasting waters. So you need the tea bags. Get your tea bags, get your lemons, get your limes, get your things stocked up when you go to the store, because come the 14th and 15th, we're going to be on that fast for 2 weeks. It's going to be on let's see, August 14th. I'm going to start mad on Tuesday the 14th, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to be fasting until August 23rd. The 14th to the 23rd. Zero. Tea, water. Water, tea, coconut water. If I need it, if I feel like I need some a little energy, I can't make it, I'm gonna have me a coconut water. I'm gonna keep it as a backup. My extra 100 calories of coconut water. So get you, whatever you think you're gonna need when you shop, because it's gonna start on the 14th. I'm gonna shop, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the store to get my fasting stuff separate on the 13th of August. And I'm gonna get all the stuff I need. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have a stock up video of showing you what I got for my fasting. So I'll be on here talking about that. And then when I go to the grocery store this week, I'm gonna show you my meal prep, my meal plan. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend, and I hope you get to a Sunday service tomorrow. Make a preparation to go either this week or next week. Visit a friend church if you don't have a church. Visit one nearby your home. Just walk in there and see what it's about. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.